Does the hat look better forward or backward? Can't tell. Forward. But let's go sideways. I can blend in with the kids. These teenagers. What is this? They're playing some dumb shit on YouTube, like usual. Camera on. Camera on. You see this? This is my mad face. Not happy. I was in the process of doing more videos here, editing videos, and I had to do this one real quick on the new gun ban that YouTube is announcing. I also wanted to comment on the retail stores that are doing the same thing. Now, no one else has really said anything much about the retail stores. Everybody said, well, I'm going about YouTube because it directly affects everybody on YouTube. Anybody that does this type of stuff. If you're not familiar with the rules already, go ahead and go look those up. And then I'll get into that myself right now. They are actually trying to take down anything to do with manufacturing, building how-to videos of firearms. That includes magazines, ammunition, and everything else in that whole category. What they're doing is attacking, not necessarily banning firearms completely, because that would automatically upset too many people. I mean, they're already seeing lawsuits on this type of law anyway, or type of rule anyway, that we all feel that it's a violation of our rights. And I'll get into later how I feel it is a violation of our rights, even though it's not our website, it's not our business. And I'll get into that later. It's very complicated, but there has to be a certain standard, and it has to be done. I'll get into that later. Now, anybody that does any type of this stuff could have their entire channel shut down, which obviously I don't agree with. Even this here, me holding this AR-15, probably could get banned on certain, not just YouTube, but Facebook and Twitter, any type of social media, even dating sites, all of them. They'll try to flag you. They'll try to delete your entire system or your whole page. Now, as far as retail stores, Krogers have came out saying they don't approve of any type of firearms. They're taking all the magazines. Now I say magazines as in paper magazines, not not magazines. They are taking out anything to do with firearms. Majority, it's AR-15 type stuff. So I want to say that I don't want to support Kurdos anymore. They were pretty good when they defended themselves against the Mothers Against Guns or whatever that ridiculous charity was that were trying to, the anti-gun people, they were trying to ban open carry in their stores. I'm a frequent buyer frequent shopper of Kroger's. I'd rather go there than Walmart, obviously. Certain things are cheaper, certain things aren't. That's not the point. Walmart also has a new policy here locally that 21 and over to buy any firearm or ammunition. Meyer as well. Meyer were the first ones to pussy out against that. I don't approve, and it's not just me that doesn't approve it. Everybody does it. Anybody that's on the firearm side right now should not approve. If you're a Second Amendment supporter, these are the current laws we have in place. I don't believe in a lot of the laws they have, but not necessarily believe in. I'm firm on the fact that it goes against our constitutional rights. And it's not about belief. It's about factual information.
Of not being able to control your life?
It shouldn't.
Have you lost hope?
Yeah, this shouldn't work like this.
My name is Jacob Spellers, and I am.
And then the premise of
I started with
owning your own business. There was that one with the gay cake makers.
To stop being average. Come to
Doing a when you're facing something, it is.
Learn how to fund your dream. Learn how to build a business from nothing.
Pay more money to YouTube and make sure that they don't support your rights. Necessarily, when you own a business, I 100% believe you want to run your business your own way. That is a belief. Factual information, I don't think that you should be able to violate someone's rights in that business. That goes with gun-free zones. That is a violation of our rights. When we step in that building, I have the right to protect myself at all times. Not necessarily open carry, as some of those people are very uneducated with the firearm. Everybody in this whole debate is uneducated with firearms. If you know anything about firearms, chances are you're usually on the right side of this, which is right. Political divide. There is a right, and then there's right. We are always right. Not necessarily with facts and this and that, but we go on the right side of freedom, basically, constitutional rights. These businesses that want to get political should be treated political. They should be governed politically, and this is what this move is. This is attack on guns and gun culture. You don't see it, you don't hear it, then they figure that it'll slowly die off. No one else is going to get into it, so it'll die off. It ain't gonna happen ever. You'll never get these things. You'll never take these away. You'll never win, basically. I mean, Google is huge. YouTube is huge. It is a big market. I would like to. I hate saying that I want to see more laws, because I don't want to see more laws. I want current laws, current regulations enforced, like Second Amendment and freedom of speech. Other people would argue that freedom of speech would include pornography on YouTube. Well, no, it doesn't really. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that at all. I mean, YouTube, to a certain standard, there's rules and regulations we're willing to put up with. Like, there's plenty of places to get your porn. There's already established places to get that type of stuff. There's no need. But see, the thing is, Google is so large that there's no competition. There's absolutely no competition. There's nowhere else you can go and make money doing what we do here. And if you're a bitch enough to, and I say that, I don't say that lightly either, you are a pussy ass motherfucker. If you're going to take off your build videos, your gun videos, and everything else to save your channel, because that's not what your channel was about. That was what your channel was about originally. This is not what this is about. We're in the fight here. This is a civil war against our rights. Now, there's no bloodshed yet, but that's not the point. The point is that they are, in fact, trying to get rid of this entire notion about gun culture. That's their key, is uneducation. And I say uneducation because they're trying to unlearn everything they've currently learned about guns. They're trying to make sure people don't learn anything about guns. YouTube was a huge thing when I was getting into them, a long time ago, when it was first getting around. And I still, certain things that I don't know, which is not very often, but the new Polymer 80s videos were helpful when I decided to buy one myself. and certain ones like no one knows how to. No one's gonna know right off the bat how to disassemble a 240 Bravo. And there's videos on here to know how to disassemble and clean your 240 Bravo. Then also local gun laws, national gun laws. They don't want you to know any of this. This is their plan. It'll come eventually, I guarantee you. Even explaining the gun law. The rule. If you haven't checked them out already, go check them out. The rules are so vague to explain anything. I mean, it'll cover everything, even ammunition. Some guys on here don't even do guns; they just do ammunition videos, and that's covered under this new rule they have. So, as it is right now, keep your mad face on. Do not let them take your rights. Do not bow down to them. I've been banned, 4 or 5 times now. And I used to have other videos. You might remember my zombie videos. I did a lot. I had 2 zombie trucks and a zombie car when that was really popular about 5-6 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I went out and chopped zombies because I made fun of a couple of liberals. They banned the whole thing, and I wasn't even going graphic with it. I do now. My other channels have gotten taken down because of that. I made fun of a fat girl once. I kind of like fat girls. I still made fun of it, and they had taken me down because I was, insensitive or whatever the hell. Fuck that, That's the whole thing about this is keeping up with their rights. Do not bow down to them. You want to go to other videos, you want to go to other platforms and post your videos, fine. Do it. I'm not saying don't do that. As you want to have backups and everything else, like don't like me, like I don't have any of the backups of mine, zombie stuff or any of the other stuff I've done past anything over a year ago. My stuff was stolen. Some of the hard drives are corrupted. I'll get into that in another video where I've some things I've not come out to this channel yet. Was I do help unfortunate people around here that have drug problems, that have other problems, trying to get them clean and be a productive member of society again. And it's not always gone the best way. My stuff gets stolen. There's nothing to do with your rights or nothing. This has nothing to do with this video. I'll get into that later. I just can't stress enough. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a fucking dumbass. And take down your current videos. I understand you've worked long and hard building your current channel. I've had double of what some of these guys have on the zombie one or the other one. I made fun of other people that are doing some stupid shit. Not just doing guns either. I've not always done guns. And I won't just do guns on here either. I'll be posting more sci-fi stuff, theoretical stuff on. I had a guy ask me a question about the light speed the other day. Warp drive and everything else. Stuff that I feel that is cool to me. I'm not gonna censor it. I'm not going to pussy down anything. I'm not gonna do any of that type of shit because I feel that it's not right. And it's feelings, whatever. It's not even right. It's the whole premise is not violating my rights to say what I want, doing what I want, up to a certain point where it's, I'm not even arguing the fact that I want to do whatever I want, and some of that should be illegal. These guys are being banned. I'm being banned. A lot of other guys are being banned because we are actually following laws. This is stuff that is legal, 100% legal. It's 100% legal to tell you how to disassemble this, to reinstall everything. As long as you're not a felon, you can have one. As long as you're by the eyes of the law, current laws, we don't need no more bullshit. Time for NCI's checks. The current laws we have in place are fine. Enforce them. That's another video. Not what this one's about. Alright, I'm going to close this out. Educate yourself. Do not bow down to them. Can't stress that enough. Once you show some weakness, once you accept that their policies are set in stone, they get over on you. Do not let anybody get over on you. That is it. Signing off.